Right, so I decided to revive my art practice. I'm gonna have to rework this room to make sure that I have a bit of a studio space. So let me show you what we're working with and my first changes that I'm gonna make. So right now, this is my spare room. That's what it looks like. I have a closet, I have a whole bunch of stuff in here, and this is the situation. First thing is, I'm thinking I need to get rid of these boxes, put them somewhere else, so that this area becomes my workstation, because right now it's not really used, and it does have a little table, and I just don't need all of that stuff in there. The suitcase is gonna have to disappear at some point, and I'm thinking the shoes are anyway exposed to the sun when they stay here, so I might just put them in the entryway. It will make my entryway more narrow, but I don't need a wider entryway anyway, so I might just do that. Possibly even stack these, and this can go in the back of the kitchen and this can go in the utility room, but I feel that I need this space, and I'm not using it well, because I still would like to keep this for my workout. So let me give it a try and show you in a few seconds. This is the in-between mess. It always gets worse until it gets better. But when I first moved to this place, I just needed to get everything from all the various locations into one place. Now I'm going to just organize this better. So here I already happened to have some of my art stuff, but I know that I have my art stuff everywhere else. These are office supplies. I don't want office supplies in here, so and my passport. Oh, by the way, I cannot find some of my old Moroccan passports. This is my current one, but if you need to travel abroad, sometimes they want details on all the other ones. And this is part of the reason why I'm kind of annoyed, is that I shouldn't be losing these things, and I know that it's just because of the mess. So here is a view, 15 minutes in. I will not make this super painful. This is the first episode of my spring clean, so I will do everything very slowly, because I no longer have a moving date where, oh, I just needed to get everything out. Now this is really the second part of settling, and I also, like, it is part of spring clean, but it's also the start of my art journey. So in a way, it's a double episode if we want. So I'm just doing this very, very, very slowly, because I also need to think about what I have. I need to remember where I have just stashed a number of things. There are some things that I need to get rid of, like I have some empty boxes, I have some broken posters and things like that. So I'm just doing this really, really slowly, because I don't want to disgust myself. This is meant to be a positive thing, not a chore. I decided to go in a very detailed way. So this is what I would call my various hobby bins. This is for fitnessy stuff. This is for things like swimming and cycling. I've been taking some swimming classes for a while and then I stopped. This is for travel. This is for various electronics, mostly from my YouTube days when I was in Morocco. But the thing is, rather than be ashamed of this, I decided that I'm gonna embrace the fact that I'm a multi-hobby person. This is now the setup for my studio. This is a desk embedded in a desk. This is what I'm gonna be looking like at, because I wanna have some light. This is where all my sketchbooks are. Not all of them, but you know, that's the thing. Every year I have been buying art supplies and I have never actually set up a studio. So this is gonna be the first time I actually do it properly. Here you will have everything that I need for sketching and drawing. And here is everything I need for painting, plus my sketching thingy. What do you call? A pouch. Now, this is from many, many locations and I keep finding things. And right now, I have been also working on various things. So, for example, all of this stuff can go to recycling. This I will have to take to work for the confidentiality bin, because it's my photos, my things from work, some policies for stuff like what do you call it, pension and things like that. These are sentimental items. It's cards from my best friends and letters and things like that. So I'm keeping that. And I found my old passports. I also found my most recent passport photos, so I just decided to get rid of all the others, but obviously I'm taking these to the proper shredder, not putting them in recycling. But this has been very, very slow and I love it. The one thing that I still hesitate about is all of these medals from, you know how I said I'm a multi-hobby person. So I did go through a running period twice in my life, and I did get all of these medals. And I'm not really sure. I mean, I didn't win. It's one of those medals for hobby joggers, you know, like because you finished, hey, good on you. So they're heavy, and I'm not really sure I want to keep them. So I still need to think about what I do with them. If you have ideas, let me know. I might just chuck them in the bin. So I'm gonna sit on this for a couple of weeks. I've decided to stop it here. The good news about having the boxes is that I just stuck them over there, and while I didn't go through them, I can do that later because they're just boxes. I'm going to hide them with a piece of fabric, but the good news is my studio area is set up, which means that I can work in here and then just take my chair and move it over there. The floor is not empty, so I'm just going to take all of this stuff and just pile it up over there. But I think that this way things are moving in the right direction and I don't feel that I'm overwhelmed and unable to do things. So right now, if I wanted to start a bit of drawing, I'd be able to do that. If I wanted to do a bit of yoga, I'd be able to shove everything to the side. So one of the things when you have ADHD is that you do have a tendency to start these projects with a lot of energy and then burn out halfway through. So this is why I'm doing it this way. It's not the most aesthetic, but I like it because it works for me and it works for my brain. So that's where we're at, and that's where we leave in today's session. I'm going to end the vlog here. This space behind me gives me a sense of serenity. I'm ignoring the mess. I feel that just having a very nice area to look at already gives me a lot of energy to do the rest. Right now I'm making some ramen, which is my comfort food, and then I'm going to have a hot bath. I might massage my sore muscles because I've been sat working for very, very long hours this week, so my hamstring tendinopathy is seizing up, which is hilarious because it's not because I'm working out, but rather because I'm sitting too much. But then I will probably prop my laptop there and view some drawing and painting videos just to start getting inspiration. Let me start with the most common pencil you're probably going to use